First time ever using this thing, and I made it about 5 minutes before I dropped on the concrete floor, but luckily it's okay. And whoever designed this back porch is a idiot, because that is a nightmare to try and pull in right there. Alright, let's get a little bit of heat going in here, because it is currently the day after Christmas here in PA, and it is too cold for me. I'm going to hang out down here with that little bit of heat. I got the heat going. I'll shoot the intro of the video here and kind of explain what's going on. So I have a 2015 Dodge Dart that for over a year now has been having issues. Wait for it to pop up here. Check fuel cap. And it has been relentless. It started out as kind of coming on and going off and just as it pleased. And it was really annoying, but now it's up all the time. So I'm a member of a Dodge Dart Facebook group, and supposedly, let me turn the light on here. Supposedly, this part right here, there's a number for you guys if you want to pause and get the number. But this should be the issue, or the resolution for that problem. And it is a emissions control module or pump. I'm not quite sure, but this here is the piece. It comes with an O-ring, and apparently it takes longer to get the wheel and the inner fender liner off than it does to actually replace the part. So I guess follow along with me here as I replace this and see if it fixes the check fuel cap issue. Hopefully you guys can hear me while I stand next to this loud heater, but I also just wanted to point out that when the fuel cap issue came up, I did buy a brand new Mopar OEM fuel cap with a new O-ring. Sometimes with the old caps, the O-ring goes bad. It doesn't form a seal around the metal ring here. You can even see that. I gotta work on lighting down here. This garage sucks, but I cleaned it off as well, and no fix to it. So hopefully this pump or whatever the heck it's called, I'll put a picture of the part up so you guys can see what it looks like if you have the same issue. I guess bear with me here as I try and figure out some recording angles, and we'll get this wheel off and the fender liner off and see if we can get it fixed. Alright, I had to redo my heater lighting situation. Send me a GFCI in there with a couple different outlets. I really don't have no idea where the best place to jack these Dodge Darts up is. I just, in that little spot right there. Sometimes I do it underneath them. I don't know what the heck you call it, right behind the rear wheel there. I guess it'd be a lower control arm, but I don't know. I just figured I'd do this for now and try it. I need to jack it up real far, just enough to get the wheel up off the ground. Watch me jack off my car. Alright, that should be good enough to get in there and work on. Didn't dent nothing underneath there. Good. Alright. Let's check it. Supposedly, so I'm having some real issues with this GoPro. I must have been setting or something. The screen's going black. I'm trying to watch it on recording. And then sometimes when I turn the recording off, it just shuts the whole damn GoPro off. But supposedly, the part I'm replacing is back in behind here. So I'm gonna get the wheel off, take the center fender liner out, which I've never taken off before. So I have no idea what that entails of. But we'll go over here to my brand new toolbox full of brand new Harbor Freight tools. Look how satisfying that is. All sockets, deep well, short well, metric standard. Sorry, doing a little toolbox show off here. All torque wrenches, ratchets, a couple breaker bars. Got all my wrenches, a couple adjustables. And what's in here? Oh, there's all my pry bars, screwdrivers, pliers. Also, I apologize for the shitty lighting down here. There's a couple hammers. There's picks. tapping dies, punches. I think that's it. Oh, I got some detailing stuff down here. Yeah, just brushes and my buffer pads. But anyway, alright, let me dig out some tools here and I'll be right back. Alright, I got the correct socket, I think. Yeah. Brake keys loose. Also, it helps with the front wheel drive car to pull the e-brake before you try and break your lugs loose, or else your wheel's just going to spin. Alright, I'm trying to stay out of the light here, but I guess we'll use a flathead to pull these off. Those are a 10mm, and these ones back here are just 8mm. I know you can't see them, but they're just little nuts back here too. And I'll set the camera back down here, see if we can even see what the hell's going on. And we'll get this inner fender liner pulled off. Alright, tried to block the stupid light. No, I guess I did say I was going to pull my phone out. Use that flashlight. Alright. So we got a plastic clip there, plastic clip there, plastic clip there. Up in there is where your one of your 10mm bolts is. 10mm bolt there. Plastic clip there. 10mm bolt there. 10mm bolt there. One more plastic clip. Another plastic clip. There's 3/8 that go in the back side right here. Let's see if I can pull this out and show you guys what I broke off back here. That's junk. There is, you can see that, there's a 10mm bolt back there that I don't think even broke loose. It just snapped out of the little retaining clip. And there is this stupid GoPro I can't see. And there's another 10 that went underneath there that hold that little flap on the other fender liner. So we'll pull this out and see if we can't find the part we're supposed to replace. Well, I wasn't going to record this, so it is, I thought I'd just pull right out here, but this is actually pretty damn awful. Because it is stuck up underneath the little lip on the back fender here, rear quarter panel. And for some reason, I can't get anything started because of them stupid bolt heads sticking out where those 10mm went on. I swear, they don't make nothing easy to work on. Oh. I know why they weren't kidding when they said it takes longer to pull that out. I'll figure now that I start recording, it pulls right out of there. Oh yeah, that's broke. Oh well. Shitty cars. Well, I got this pulled off here. I'm not seeing any piece behind here that I'm supposed to replace. I actually don't see anything at all back here. Other than some wires. What the fuck? Oh wait, I see it. Oh, it's not even where they said it was. Alright, let's see if I can show you guys what's going on here. I'm actually pretty disappointed in these GoPro cameras. I had this thing fully charged, and a little bit I recorded. It's down to 50%, but up here is the piece that we're replacing. Supposedly that's what causes the check gas cap code. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually throwing a check engine code too, because of the evaporative emissions control module, whatever the hell it's called. But once I figure out how to get this out, I'll record it. Alright, I turned the heater back on, so I hope you can hear me, but here's the connector that was plugged in. It was actually really tight. I had to stick a flathead screwdriver down behind this little tang and kind of pry back and pop it off the piece that was up in there. But it came off. It was just tight and cruddy, and I took a little bit of electrical tape and wrapped it up. All the wires and stuff are hanging out right here on the ends. So hopefully that helps. And then here is the piece itself. piece here. There's a little slot on the bottom that it connects into and locks into. I didn't see it. You gotta pull back on it, and then you gotta twist this thing, almost like putting in a headlight bulb. You gotta twist until it pulls out, and then there is a big hose that connects to this piece right here. And that's it. I shouldn't say that's it because it took me forever to pop out. But I'll shine a light up in here so you guys can see. There's the hose that was connected to it. There is a slot it goes into, and if you can see it or not, this is hard one-handed in the dark, but there's a little notch that plastic tang went into. Gosh dang, I can't figure it. I gotta figure out where the O-ring goes. I don't know if it's still up in there or not. Okay. So yes, that O-ring was also up in there. You have to replace that too while you're up. While you got everything out of the way. That should be it. I'll pop the new piece in. I guess assemble everything. We'll see how it goes from there. Alright, just give you a little update. I got the piece in. I also rotated the lights. Put them up here where you guys can see. I have no idea why I didn't do that earlier, but I can see very good now. I will say, when you go to put this back together, do not connect the hose first. I tried to do it in the order I took it out, and with the hose being on it, you can't get the right angle to twist it in the slot to push it in and then lock it in place. You got to do it all by itself and then put the hose on. I figured it'd be too tight, but it actually wasn't bad. But I pulled the old O-ring out, took a little rag and cleared around where the O-ring goes, and just to clean it up and help it seal a little better. Plugged it in, and that's about it. I'll put the fender liner back in. I won't record that for you because you guys already watched me suffer enough taking it back out. I'll see if I can shove it back in here. We'll get the wheel back on it, fire it up. I'm assuming it's going to take a little while for the light to go away, but we'll try it here. I'll record that process anyway. Alright, I just want to give you guys a quick little update here. I got it all back in. This one down here is definitely broke. It ripped completely out, obviously. It wasn't bad getting back up in. Who am I kidding? It did really suck, but this one right here, this bolt head sticking out and trying to get that recess part back up in and lined up in that hole was awful. I ended up having to pound it up in, and I eventually got it. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. Everything went back together all right. Lined all the holes lined up. So I'll put back together here. I don't know why I didn't put lights like this earlier so you guys could see everything. That's much easier. I mean, these things are fully adjustable, so, and it comes on a big light stand from Harbor Freight. It was like 80 bucks, I think, so it wasn't too bad of a purchase. Super bright. But I'll get this wheel slid out here, get this back on the car. I think that's about it. Yep. And fire the car up and see what happens. Just want to do a quick little update here while I got you. This is something my dad taught me. I don't know if anybody else does it or not either, but when you're putting lug nuts or wheel studs in, always put just a little shot of anti-seize on them. I'm going to say a little bit. Let me clean it off the end of the stick here before I put way too much on. I mean, just a little bit on the threads. That's probably still a little bit too much, whatever. That's a fresh bottle. Just enough so when you slide it in, these lug nuts don't get seized up. Or wheel studs if you want to get technical. Then just thread them in there. And it'll spread around the threads evenly as it spins in. And it's more or less just so if you ever break down on the side of the road and you gotta put your dummy tire on, you get a flat, whatever, you gotta pull them studs out with a 4-way wrench, that they don't get seized up in there. It makes it much easier to get them out. And they don't come out because if you torque your wheels properly whenever you're done, they'll be in there tight. So I just want to give a quick little update on that. Alright guys, so it's a couple of days later here. The night I started working on it and replacing that part, I ended up doing an oil change and tire rotation and scrubbing the back side of the wheels, just one way or another. I ended up with, I don't know, some kind of mud or rocks or whatever it is, and it was making it shake real bad, throwing the wheels off balance. But if you take notice into here, the check gas cap light's off. I started it up that night in the garage, and it had ended up not returning it off right away, so I had to take it into town and drive it around for it to turn off. But I also had to check engine light, and I bought one of these Bluetooth code readers. It actually works very nice for just plugging into your, or going to your phone through an app. But I ended up having 6 codes for my check engine light, and when I wish I'd have screenshotted it off this app on my phone, but it ended up being, I ended up having 5 evap codes and I think a downstream O2 sensor code. And the night I cleared it, which was 2 nights ago, I think, it ended up, I mean, it turned the light off, obviously, but none of the lights ever came back on. So whatever that piece was, I think, completely not working at all to throw 5 evap codes. The check engine light, I'm not sure about as far as the O2 sensor goes. I've been in touch with Modern Performance because I have their header and downpipe, or high flow cat, I mean. But, yeah, that, if you have the check gas cap light, I would say replace that part first. Obviously, I'd get a new gas cap just to be sure the seal wasn't bad, but that solved the problem. And thanks for watching, guys. This is my first YouTube video, like I said. I hope it wasn't too confusing or stupid or whatever you want to call it, but I'll try to record more stuff for this car. I got a truck, I got a four-wheeler, I got a street bike, anything. So if you like this video, I guess give it a thumbs up, and if you want to, subscribe. Thanks, guys.